It was right beside him, unsure whether to keep this love buried in his heart or let it grow freely. He saw by surprise the boss wife sneak out while he was away. She stealthily knocked on the man's door. The man's wary eyes scanned the surroundings, all tell a tale.
Between her and the boss, there are surely unknown secrets.
Sharp Nick figured it out.
Beth, the boss wife, couldn't bear the doctor's torment.
She had already found a lover outside. Like a complete fool. Beth had always been pure and virtuous in his eyes. He never imagined that Beth was such a woman. As Nick was leaving for work, he unexpectedly ran into Beth coming home. Nick finally asked about what he saw on the street yesterday.
Hoping for the best,
He even fabricated a plausible reason for Beth. Was she visiting a friend? He hoped Beth would say yes. But Beth said, "Friend? No. I don't have any friends."
Beth turned and walked away.
Only left Nick standing there in despair. His heart felt troubled long. At this moment, Beth's beautiful image in his heart completely collapsed. He originally wanted to tell the boss about Beth's affair, but when he saw the boss in a rage again in the training room, shaming poor workers, he ultimately couldn't bring himself to say it. That day, Nick's newly designed machine for the boss
finally started production.
The new machine reduced labor costs significantly. Many laid-off workers gathered outside the factory to protest.
To voice protest, the boss said nothing.
And Nick unexpectedly saw one of the laid-off workers. It was the man Beth had secretly met before. The laid-off workers were causing a commotion outside. The boss, however, praised gleefully Nick's new machine boosted his output. Nick just listened to the boss' praise in silence. Hearing the shouts of the laid-off workers outside, a gripping sense of guilt suddenly filled Nick's heart. And Nick finally learned from the workers. She secretly brought food to these exploited workers to support their barely sustainable lives. Many impoverished workers had secretly been helped by Beth. Realizing he misunderstood that, Nick was overjoyed. Her lofty image reestablished itself in Nick's heart, and even higher than before, that afternoon. Birdsong is a little-known piano piece, yet this obscure piano piece is the favorite of both Nick and Beth. This is a key reason for Nick's obsession with Beth. At that moment, Nick could no longer suppress his feelings.
His affection for Beth, he gathered his courage and slowly approached Beth.
He touched her like a lover on Beth's shoulder. But when she turned, Nick realized it wasn't Beth, but Beth's sister. Sister instantly saw through Nick's feelings. Instead, she subtly encouraged Nick to boldly pursue his heart's desire. She hoped her sister Beth could find sweet love, not an imperfect marriage arranged by their father. With my sister's cheer, Nick finally mustered the courage to pursue Beth, and he finally got his chance. The boss had to go out of town for a big order. To oversee the factory operations, Beth's sister wisely left early, give Nick a chance.
After days together,
Beth had already noticed Nick's feelings and shared interests. This guy with shared passions made her like him even more. With the doctor not around, the doctor's ex-wife's daughter had just left the dinner table.
Nick slowly raised his head
and began his courtship.